welcome to Houses 101. I'm your professor, Brandon, home inspector. So I put this presentation together not to make people like a home inspector, so I don't want people to think that this is about becoming a home inspector. But it's really about just what houses need sort of to function and things I think everybody should know, thank you, about houses. Because especially if you're a realtor, if you're a home buyer, if you're an investor, I find that there's a lot of things people are missing that they don't know about properties, about a home that homes need. So
Yeah.
um,
So I'm
yeah.
technically supposed to introduce Brandon. So, okay. So yeah, take a breath, drink some water.
Okay, thank you.
So, hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to the Houses 101 with Shielded Home Inspections. So, I want to give you guys a great analogy, okay? I want to say, who here has ever been on a really bad date and you saw all the red flags? I love it. She's like, put 3 hands up. I love it. Okay, so just shout out to me. What are some of like the really bad red flags that you saw on this date? Yeah.
Bad credit score.
Oh, okay. She going for the goods. All right. Yeah, because he needs to have good credit score. I like that. What about you?
Like on a bad day,
Uh-huh.
just the way they dress. I guess.
Okay. She's like, he was looking busted, y'all. Okay. Anybody else? Any red flags? Any foundational red flags? Like something that you're like, I don't know if they're just a good person. Personality, right? Like there may be like an asshole to the waiter or something.
Yeah.
Yes, we all have seen that. Okay. So the reason why I bring that up is because there are foundational red flags in homes that when you see those red flags, you don't get into a whole entire relationship with this home. You don't marry this home. You don't need to divorce this home. So when it comes to a realtor, that realtor and also that home inspector, their job is to show you those red flags, those that you can't see within that home. And think about it like this, buying a home really is like a marriage. So if you can imagine those people that you were on those dates with, imagine if you got married to those people because you didn't see the red flags. I could see all your eyes. Like, right, dodge the bullet, thank God. That's what is gonna happen when you have an incredible home inspector and when you are that incredible real estate agent and they know those red flags to tell you, you dodge those huge bullets. So pretty much, Brandon is going to show you all those red flags with homes and all the thousands and thousands of dollars that he saved on, helped people save on homes because he showed them those red flags early and he taught the real estate agents and home buyers how to see those red flags and also the green flags. So there aren't just red flags, but they're also like, go ahead, buy this house, or go ahead, girl, you should get that man with some good credit score, okay? All right, so introducing Brandon Beatty.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Who has 26 certifications, termites, radon. I mean, he is the encyclopedia for homes. So any questions you have, he is the guy. And yeah.
Thank you, thank you. So I want to start off today's class with a question. How comfortable do you feel right now walking through a home and identifying major red flags like things like structural issues or outdated systems? So show of hands, who feels comfortable doing that? Okay, very good. And who doesn't feel comfortable? And that's okay, because we're all here to learn. Okay, so about half, it's about 50-50. Okay. So again, the goal of this presentation isn't to like make you guys a home inspector. I just want to simplify like the most important aspects that every house really needs. I want you guys to be able to spot obvious things and then just know the difference between things like an oil tank being pulled versus it being decommissioned. And I put this image up here because I said, imagine like a car salesman is trying to explain a car to a customer, but they don't know the difference between a steering wheel and a wheel, like a tire. I think that just makes you a poor salesman. And I kind of see this same thing with real estate agents. They don't know the difference between a hot water heater and a boiler. And being able to explain these things to the client, I think just takes you to that next level. And it shows that you actually know what you're talking about. Again, just so the key takeaway is reinforce the basics. I want you guys to trust, but also verify, because sometimes home sellers really believe that they made some of those repairs that they're telling you. And unless you verify it, it might not have happened like they thought it did. And I want you guys to focus on what matters and also take into account planning for the future, because homes need maintenance, ongoing maintenance. And a lot of people, I think they just think they're going to buy a home and there's no maintenance and everything's going to be fine and dandy. And so what makes a house a home? I mean, what's the difference between living in a teepee and living in a modern lifestyle today? So exactly. So all these things here, this is what really makes a house a home today. We need water, we need a source of power, we're going to need fuel, and we need warmth. And it sounds really basic, but an example is I was doing an inspection for an investor who was trying to do a fix and flip, and everybody, well, he had like 2 or 3 different contractors come in, and they were giving him quotes on doing the kitchen, doing the bathrooms, doing all the superficial stuff that you can see. But it wasn't until I did the inspection and I went to turn on the water that I said, hey, we don't have hot water in this house. And to make it worse, the fuel source, which was an oil tank, was removed from the property. So now there's no fuel for the home, there's no hot water, and nobody took this into account for the renovation budget. And so when I pointed this out, they redid their budget and he realized that I can't buy this home because I have to convert the home to gas, which is expensive, or replace the oil tank, which is also not ideal. He had to replace the hot water heater and he had to replace the furnace. So it wasn't until we did an inspection, went to look for, hey, how are we going to turn the heat on? Oh, there is no heat, you know? So those are once you realize those foundational things, you'll know what's missing. So real quick, if you guys want, I have a free inspection checklist. If you take out your scan, you can phone and scan the QR code. You can download it's just like a little checklist you can use that when you're walking through any home, just go through those key items and that'll help keep you on track. So it'll have you just fill out a little form just to put your information in and we'll send you the checklist. And this QR code will show up on slides throughout the presentation too. So if you don't get it now, feel free to get it later.